schools out there. And
All right, this is the April 21st, 2020, 6 o'clock regular meeting of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen of the City of Richland. And we are live in person, but also via teleconference as well. So turn it over to the Mayor to go down the agenda, and we're going to start the meeting.
All right, we'll call this meeting to order. Clay, will you please pray for us?
Sure. Our Heavenly Father, we come tonight thankful for all the blessings that you have bestowed upon us each and every day. We come, Father, asking that you would clear our minds and our hearts so that the decisions we make for the 7,000 people we represent here are the decisions you would have us to make. May we speak our minds and our thoughts in a joyful way to each other and make the best decision for our citizens. We ask now, Father, that you would touch all of those that are hurting today. As we face this virus, we ask you, Father, to bless us in that. We know that you are in control. We ask now that you will see us through this meeting and through the rest of the week in our lives. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Next on the agenda, we have our consent agenda items 1 through 7. Do we have a motion on?
Let me just say that.
Do we have a motion on that?
Do you want us to do that?
Yeah, just say your name out loud so we can get it for the recording.
All right, Kathy made a motion. Do we have a second?
Gus Black, second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any discussion? Those opposed? Motion carries.
I think the discussion is supposed to be.
Yes, and with a dyslexic mayor, you're liable to get whatever comes out.
We never did it. That's why we were used to doing it for 8 years otherwise.
Oh, very good. Next, we have consent agenda item number 8. Do we have a motion?
Burns, so moved.
We have a motion by Burns. Do we have a second? Motion by Kraft, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have engineering service. We have a pay request for number 8 to CB Developers Inc. in the amount of $60,310.97 for the 2019 water system improvement project. Do we have a motion on that?
Sanford motion.
We have a motion by Sanford. Do we have a second?
Second by Kathy.
Second by Kathy. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have approved pay request number 5, revised to Suncoast Infrastructure in the amount of $14,910.25 and the amount of $14,925 for the 2019 sanitary sewer interceptor rehabilitation. Do we have a motion on that?
Black motion.
All right, motion by Black. Do we have a second?
Second by Kathy.
Second by Kathy. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Next, we consider the extension of the City of Richland's declaration of emergency related to the COVID-19 pandemic adopted March 17, 2020. Do we have a motion to extend?
I move that we accept that and continue it for the following 2 weeks.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second? That was by Burns. Do we have a second? Second by Kraft. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion.
It's going to be extended to.
Until the next
meeting.
the next board meeting in May.
that'll be the 5th.
Maybe the 5th.
It's first Tuesday in May, so I think it's 2 weeks.
All right. Next, we have Jamie Ware updating us on the layout of the new Parks and Rec Center, and I will go get that. Jamie, are you online?
I'm here.
All right. Let me go get the little layout so they can look at it. Okay?
All right. While he is tracking those down, I can't start running my mouth, but I do best. For the most part, not much has changed from the original presentation I think we gave you guys several weeks ago. other than just putting more lines on paper, getting engineers involved. We've actually been able to reduce the square footage of the building, but without losing any of the program, and that was just our efforts to try to be as conservative as we can to try to make this thing work, but be sensitive to the budget and the economics of the city. So I was pretty proud of that. So really this, what the mayor is tracking down is actually what we're referred to as the DD submittal, which is design development. So I would say we're well over halfway through getting this ready to put out to bid. Our current schedule, even with the changing of kind of how we do conduct business and everyone work remotely, we've been able to stay on task pretty well with this. And we're hoping to have this out ready to bid first week in June. All engineers have the information right now, the electrical, mechanical, structural guys, everyone's just working away on it. We charged everyone with not only developing the drawings for the design, but continuing to look at this to make ways to improve it, make things more efficient. And then, of course, an important factor for you guys is longevity and maintenance standpoint. So I'm pretty proud of the progress we've made. I think we're coming into a good time with the bid market. This is unfortunately, but fortunately helped a little bit. There's a lot of contractors who, it kind of changes. It feels like kind of weekly, but consistently over the last several weeks, it seems the contractors are very interested in making sure everyone is staffed and work's coming in, and which is always a good thing on whoever's bidding the project, because that means their pencils are going to be sharp, and there's going to be a lot of people participating and a lot of people trying to get the project, which always helps drive helps competition drive the price down. So we're anxiously waiting to see what that's going to be. But like I said earlier, nothing's really changed other than we have added an additional sort of mezzanine, or calling a storage area, over the restroom, concessions, and a multi-purpose room. And that's because we had the ceiling height because of the requirements of basketball. And we did a lot of research with our structural engineer, and so we feel like, although we are going to make an alternate in the bid, we feel like for not much more money, we can actually add a sort of mezzanine level to the top of that, which would give the Parks and Rec department an incredible amount of storage, which is always needed. So that's good. But other than that, everything is pretty much is remaining the same. We're going to include some of those alternates into this bid. That's what we're shooting for, and the biggest part of that is being that covered basketball area. We have that as an alternate that we can take or not take at bid day. That would just helps the city with pricing and budgets, things like that.
All right.
Don't know if the mayor's back with the plans yet.
I am. They're looking at them. I'm going to get them a copy of each one of them. I've meant to do that, but I was running them out. And we'll have them to let them cruise over those and give their 2 bits. And
yeah.
And we'll go from there. All right. Well, thank you. It looks fantastic. That mezzanine part there is going to be, as everyone says, more storage the better. So absolutely.
Right.
Thank you. And we'll look at that, and we'll be in touch, and we'll continue the process then. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Jamie? Well, that's just him. He's going to give us he's giving us those, and we'll let y'all look at them, and then, let it sink in and let you absorb that, and then we'll go forward with the rest of the documents. I believe that's what we'll do next. All right. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next on.
I can't remember what it said something about basketball court. I couldn't understand what he was saying.
The pricing is always what we can approve and what we can do. He's broken it down into alternates. So when the bids come in, if we can group it all and get it all in, or if we have to take some things off, we'll be able to take things off in order to make the monies match.
What would you take off of basketball?
He's talking about the outside.
This is
The outside.
Well, there you go.
The outside.
I'm covered.
So, he's got it broken.
More sense. I couldn't picture the
Okay.
inside.
He's got it broken down into the alternate of doing the main building and the porch, and then the main building with the covered part also.
Exterior basketball.
Exterior basketball
It's
court
covered.
is covered,
It's covered, okay.
correct. And if they, why? It's for,
So the sun's not beaming down on you when you're out there playing
Well,
ball.
it's not only used for basketball,
Right.
it can be used for
Anything.
movie night and other things.
Just in
It's
case-
covered.
it is covered, it's there, it's just, and it's a way to keep it, someone can be using it even during inclement weather,
I would say, they could practice even if it was raining.
raining.
I mean, I just never seen one
Slippery
outside
thing,
the cover.
they can
That's
still
it.
do it.
Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, that's good. It's
We're
good.
first.
All right, it'll be great
Don't
once.
write that down that I asked that.
All right, next on the agenda, we have approved payment of $15,997.50 for engineering service to be paid out of the 2% food and beverage fund for the various work for the multipurpose recreation building lot located at the on the project there. And we'll see that this is not to exceed the $6,750,000 general obligation bond there for 2020. Do we have a motion to get our engineer paid?
Burns, so moved.
We have a motion by Burns, second.
Second, Black.
Motion and a second by Black. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Next, approve payment to get the architect paid, $75,600 to be paid to Ware Borner and Allen Architecture to be paid for out of the 2% food and beverage fund for the various work that he's done on the multipurpose building, the Parks and Rec multipurpose building. This is to be reimbursed out of the bonds not to exceed the $6,750,000. Do we have a motion on that? We have a motion.
So moved per Kathy.
Motion by Kathy. Do we have a second to pay the architect? Motion and a second.
Second. No, you got it. Right.
Second by Kraft. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion
I
carries.
can't read motion at the same time.
I got it. I understand. It's okay. We're going to get through this. All right. Next, approve the second biannual payment to Omnigo Software, formerly ITI, for the police department, the RMS, and the CAD, and the jail management system, in an amount of $26,314.08. Do we have a motion for that?
Sanford motion.
We have a motion by Sanford. Do we have a second?
Second, Black.
Second by Black. All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries.
Biannual, is
Yeah.
that twice a year or once every 2
Twi-
years?
Twice a year.
Okay. Semi-annual, okay.
Is that right? Biennial?
That's right.
Two years?
Exactly.
Twice a year? Two. All right, next, approve payment, then approve payment to Tim Spruill for the amount of $8,744.54 for repairs to the police vehicle, Unit 110, and Weathersby Electronics, in the amount of $2,409. PO number 35148 for the siren for the police Dodge Durango. This is to be paid for out of the drug seizure fund.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Did somebody wreck the vehicle?
Yes. Do we get Russell on the line to give him a call?
No, don't get Russell on the line.
It was in your, I forgot my packet, but the explanation was in your packet.
And what happened was, it was wrecked, and he was trying to get it back in service, and
The work's already done.
work was already done before he got everything that he
I'll make that motion.
in order that it needed to be done in.
I'm just gonna ask if the insurance is gonna pay
it is in the loop, but we had to get it back in the street.
I understand. Thank you. We're not ever told this money is record.
Well, this one's been a while back. This has been a while back.
Don't matter.
Which one was it? Was it Cody's?
I think so.
I think it was. All right,
I'll second that.
we have a motion. Do we have a who was the motion?
Motion.
Robert, and the second by
Second,
Kraft, by Burns. All in favor? Those opposed?
Just like to ask questions every now and then.
Motion carried. Okay. All right, next, adopt the resolution authorizing lease purchase documents from Region Bank for the Holland tractor approved March 17th, 2020. Y'all remember Todd's tractor that we took a long time to get, and then we finally got it, and now this is the paperwork for that. All right, it's taken forever in Regions.
Kathy makes the motion.
Kathy makes the motion. Do we
Black second.
have a motion and a second? All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Next, we're going to discuss the May meetings. Since we don't know what the future lies, we're going to carry on what we're doing now. Okay? I mean, as we're doing it, we're going to, it's open. It is open, but we would prefer it to be safe and continue to do it as acknowledging the social distancing and going forward from there. We will probably have a work session next week, so that will be.
Next week.
I mean, the next board meeting, the 5th. So we'll be in here. So just to make sure everybody's brought up to snuff. If that's okay, then we'll go on. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Sheffield, you still got his little sign out in front of it. Have they decided what they're gonna do? The
They're-
little sign still leaning up against the fence.
I think I don't know that the time has run out yet on that one, but
Did we ever
we-
talk about
we all-
was it ever, I mean, did they ever say what they really wanted to do? Did he agree? Did the daddy agree to it?
I believe so. But I think the money has now, and the COVID has really put a quietus on any expansion right now. So
Can't have nothing nice.
can't have nothing nice. It just we get shot down every time, don't we?
Well, I was thinking they had too much dirt back there to be doing anything. They had way too much dirt right back there. They got the neighbors.
You got to move it down, move it. You're
I make a
right,
motion to adjourn.
Kathy, with the motion. All right, well then that's it. Thank you.
Well, that's what he asked for.
That's right. That's right.
If we don't answer
Adjourn.
questions,
Done. We're done.